Hey up, I'm Guy Castleton, the Tester Man, and today we're setting off from the Sportsman Inn in Hayfield for a Polaris Peak District Jacob's Ladder cracker. 40km twist on the classic sort of Jacob's Ladder Roach Clough loop over to Castleton, with some extra bonus local bits thrown in by my mate John, who unfortunately can't be with us today, but we have got Graham, Neil and Ryan to come along for the ride. So, up the big hill towards Kinder Reservoir, and then we'll get back to some more up the big hill to Kinder Reservoir to start, so no need to rush the first bit. Tap it out and get out into the wonderful Peak District countryside. That was dreadful. That was really, well, that was like some terrible tourist broadcast. It's going to be mint. Come with us. Well, that didn't hang about getting rocky and techie. Straight into classic rock district, Peak District rocks. Freudian slip there. As you can see, absolutely bone dry and sandy in the peak today. But if it's been wet and this long grassy section of this climb are likely to be soggy, you can go straight up Kinder Road and meet this trail up the reservoir. But rude not to make the most of the conditions when it's this good. By the way, if you're looking at this and already thinking this looks like a lot of rocks, I'm not sure this ride is for me. If you don't like rocks, this ride is definitely not for you. If you do like rocks, you're gonna bloody love it though. And now, up to Kinder Res, and first bridleway descent down. Oh, look at that! You beauty! By the way, apologies for all the duff lines I take today. I haven't ridden down here for donkey's years, so very much stuck it and see on all these trails. But I have to say, the riding, from what I remember around here, is insane. This is probably just going to be a massive selection of super techie, super fun downhill footage. But then that kind of is what this route's all about. But have they? Oh yes, because it goes the other way. That'll be why. Yeah, don't make that mistake. Oh, thank you very much. Sorry, I was in a right menace getting lost. Thanks very much. It's just him up there taking his pictures. Thank you. So that's the road you come up if you go straight past the pub. But that's the way you come up if you do the fun route. And then make sure you head up the bridleway, as expertly spotted by Graham. And there's Kinder, which unfortunately has no mountain bike access, but it's only through the famous Kinder Trespass by local ramblers from the towns, heading up onto there to claim access rights, that we've got access, or could argue even national parks, anywhere. Now that was the turning point for at least some public access on these beautiful wide open spaces. And the classic way to get up to Jacobs from Hayfield, and the classic way to get to Jacobs from Hayfield, is just go straight up Caldwell Clough, but National Trust in their wisdom have turned it into a super rocky, just sufferfest. So if you swing around this way, obviously still bridleway, all legal, all these Polaris routes are all legal. Then it's a mix of sort of steady tempo climb on grass and farm track, and then some little more interesting single track sections like this, and that gets you halfway up Jacobs. Oh, I think technically can't call it Jacobs because that's the far side, so whatever this is, I'll stick the caption in. Stunning views all the way back over to Manchester. If you squeak. I'll stick up in the hills though, thanks. And I would say, while obviously, you know, the big name descents with all the rocky bits, kind of what's famous about the Peak District, it's these joining sections, a single track, that should not be underestimated. Just how fantastic these are to ride. Sort of swoopy hop and pedal sections that make up the majority of the riding here, and certainly when the conditions are like this, I'm like, hey man, it might take 2 hours for me to drive here, but suddenly it all seems worth getting stuck in a traffic jam on the M1. Really special riding out here. I've noticed a lot of the route videos around here only show the descents really, so let's have a bit of realism here. There's a lot of these technical sort of stumbly rock. Oh no! Too busy chatting, not concentrating there. Mini dab. Techie rocky crawls. So again, if you don't like them, it's not for you either. This is not Bike Park Wales. This is proper raw, rocky, natural riding. I bloody love it. Oh, and yeah, just in case, I know some of these routes, Polaris, the gravel routes, this definitely isn't by any stretch of the drop bar imagination. Hey, and now we are into the infamous, famous, however you want to phrase it, Jacob's Ladder. Probably the most iconic descent in the Peak District. Up climb, come on in, if you're feeling really frisky. There she blows. And obviously, you know, be careful down here of yourself and your tyres, but also this is such an iconic descent. Now make sure you watch out for other users, ramblers, whoever coming up or coming down. Be nice, say hi, keep mountain bikers welcome in the Peak District. Because, you know, there's room for all of us. You can guarantee you're having more fun than anyone on foot is around here. Stunning descent. Take the steppy route. Oh, bit of traffic. Bikes behind, please, mate. Just a couple. On your left. Cheers, folks. And there's still more to come.
Show it off, sir. Step this way.
Why, thank you, Mr. Stockton. I'm just going to keep the camera running. Let's drop down into Edale now. Just because, why wouldn't you celebrate a bit of trail like this? Oh, for the record, it is climbable. I've seen two people do it. Martin Brooks and, perhaps unsurprisingly, local XC legend Nick Craig. We did a photo shoot here back last century actually, and I saw both those guys get up it, but for mere mortals, yeah, good luck. Good luck. Even getting up this section. Dropping in. Woo! Oh, such a good bit of trail. As we drop down into Edale, you can see we've got a nice little look at what we're doing next. Unexpected win at the Peak District Dairy. Little vending machine. As you drop down off Jacobs and just get onto the road section. Oh, cheers, Graham. Even the bits of road are gorgeous around here. Stream down there on the side. Lovely. Now, according to my GPS, we're 500 metres into a 3.5 kilometre climb up to the top of Mamnick. And look at that. Beautiful here. Look at the blossom. Ignore your legs. Bathe in the beauty of nature. I've only ridden down this before from Holywell Cross. That's actually, so far, quite a nice gradient climb, although looks like it gets a bit steeper from here. So I'll concentrate on the breathing and steering rather than chatting to you lot. All right. The value of this trail goes up as well as down. There's Hope and Castleton. And you can't just drop straight down into those if you're feeling like it. And then there's the broken road, which will be coming back up. But Graham's definitely looking forward to a bit more of a climb. So I'll head up around the Mamnick, the fort on the top of there, if you can just see the ramparts. Yeah. Nice. And then round and into Cave Dale. Cave Dale? Cave Dale. Cave Dale there. The big, deep, dark one. With big, deep, dark rocks. That's going to be fun by all accounts. And again, super popular area. So be nice, say hi. All right, folks.
Hi. Hello.
All right, have a good one.
You
too. And after you're through the gate, there's a split between the footpath on the left-hand side and the bridle path on the right, so make sure you do that. As you can see, proper busy up here. Even midweek, in mid-May. And the other detail here is the bridleway peels off to the right, not up to the summit, which I'm kind of sad about, but I don't think my legs are. It's already been a fair old climb. Look at the views! But look at the views! Edale, and there's Jacobs who came down. Woo! And again, I guess if this was an enduro, these would be transition stages, but these just little contoury rise and fall sections in between the big flagship pieces, just absolutely awesome. It is, I can see why it's got such an amazing potential. Oh, I'll go high. Thanks very much. Yeah. I need to come back here more. You need to come back here more. But then that's the whole point of these little Polaris videos. Give you a taste of the area. Because this is kind of the classic cuts with some local extra bits, but there is so much riding around here. Whee! Ah. Boom. Quick rattle across to Cave Dale. On the farm track here. So Cave Dale starts off kind of open and flowy. We can already see there's a fair amount of rock poking through. And that just ramps up the further down you get. Alright. Oh, watch out, Mr. Jackdaw. How do? Thanks very much, thank you. And again, quite close to Castleton, so mind your P's and Q's. Oh, these conditions are perfect though. Definitely not a forgiving surface for tyres though. Alright, thank you. Love this sort of riding. Proper natural. Might not be able to do a wheelie or properly blow a berm, but I do like all the kind of technical line chess that comes with trying to find the clean way down descents like that. So I've almost certainly just cursed myself to have an almighty off over an unseen hold or boulder, haven't I? Oh right, straight in. Straight in. Yeah. Okay. So we've got wetness and lumpiness. A lot of lumpiness. Well, I am coming your way, but I'm sort of in control. Oh, yes. This is rocky and loose. Woo. See why it's got the reputation it has. Alright. Thanks very much, cheers. Ah, look at this. Oh, nice Peveril Castle up there as well. Good. What a descent. That was amazing. Probably should have stopped. Well, some shots of Graham and Ryan coming down there. I think you got the gist of it. GoPro, hopefully. Alright. I'll get a shot of them coming down here. This is suitably loose and gnarly. Down to the gate. Woohoo! That was mint. Yes, Cave Dale. And this is Castleton. And it's gorgeous. And of course you can start the ride from here. If you're coming from the south or coming up the M1, then this would be as good a place to start as Hayfield, but it gets super busy in summer, which is why we started from Hayfield. So that's lunch done in Castleton. Plenty of places to stop and eat, public loos, all that sort of thing. Plus, if you've blown your bike up or blown your legs up getting here, then you can actually get the train back from Castleton to New Mills and then ride a short bit down Set Valley Trail back to Hayfield. But now we're heading up to the Instagrammer's paradise of the Broken Road. Oh, the place is full of van lifers. Bloody influencers get everywhere. Ryan's on for the skinny challenge. Fair play, mate. I think that might be a bit much. Nicely done. And this is where the Broken Road gets really broken. But Instagrammer's paradise now. It's funny, it actually looks like Ryan's just saying, it actually looks like old lava. Whereas in fact it's a modern road crash.
Oh, the dirt? Yeah,
just be careful not to ride off this edge without thinking about it. That's quite a drop. Yeah. Ryan will show you the relative. Oh, sensible line.
It's as big as me.
Yeah. Yeah. That is. That's taller than you, mate.
Which will be an ass.
Yeah, I'd just go around that bit, to be honest.
I'll show you the better way.
Graham's going to model it for us.
Hold that. It's cool, you can see that it's a layer cake. Nah.
Send it, Graham. Woo! Rad. And now we're tying off the loop from when we drop down towards Cave Dale. So, again, point out just a bit further on. If you didn't want to drop down to Castleton and just go straight into Roich from Mam Nick, that's another shorter option. But why would you not want to do Cave Dale? It's mint. The road splits again. The route splits rather. So we're going the bridleway behind me there, and that's the way down to Cave Dale. So like I say, you could just stop the route here. I'll put a caption in to see how much distance that would actually save you, but obviously a fair bit of climbing, but also arguably the best descent on the route as well. Bit of a twiddle up onto Rushup Edge. Look at those views though. Amazing. And again, there's a bridleway, footpath split here. So take the left-hand side. And while this is called Rushup Edge, to be honest, I wouldn't try and rush up it. It's quite a long old drag, so I'd take it steady. And now it's time for a nice cruise down Roich Clough. Obviously, this can be a lot wetter in winter, but then watch out for it in summer because it's dusty instead. So cheers folks, thanks so much, cheers. Oh, hello. That 4x4 didn't get far, did it? Shame that's left there littering everywhere though, isn't it? Let's not off-road. Oh, this is a lot of fun. Oh, bloody hell, another one! Oh, didn't expect that. Flocker Central. Woo! Ah. Down to the gate down here. Oh, what do you know? More rocks. As we said at the start, if you don't like rocks, you're really not going to like these trails. But if you like them, come to the peak, my friends. Because they did sanitize this a while back, but the good news is it's definitely not sanitized anymore. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa. You okay? Oh. Sheesh. You right, mate? What happened?
I was just pinching as much of the side there as I could.
Yeah.
And I took a bit of a liberty.
And you ate some of it.
Close.
Yeah.
I was just trying to smooth out along there and
Right.
just caught a pedal.
Ouch. Oh, that's a long way for your glasses to go, mate.
Well, they travel fast.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, a bit dusty.
Okay.
Yeah,
Could have been a lot worse. I could have got it on camera.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm going to be zooming in on the footage, obviously. Ooh. Right, another little drop down. These lumpy rocks. Oh, but be careful, by the way, if it is wet, be really careful of those rock slabs. They get proper slick. Oh, and the wire! Watch the wire! Well, I think from memory, it's a little ford. Oh, completely dried up though. And up around. Even the simple, easy stuff is still great fun. It gives you time to take in these amazing views. And the great thing about this route is it's so close to so many big centres of population. Obviously you see Manchester from here, Sheffield's pretty much on the doorstep. Hey, get that slick on the back out. Derby, Nottingham, even Leeds isn't far. So, brilliant area. Come and explore. And obviously all the route details like facilities at Hayfield, Castleton, GPX file, how to get there, information from various places. That'll be all on the Polaris website where they'll be hosting this video as well. And there'll be a write-up from me with route notes, a little bit of history, a little bit of chat. And some photos on there as well. So make sure you don't just watch it on here. Go and visit the Polaris bikeware site. Link in the description. Because they're the guys who are paying me to come out and make these videos for you. And while you're there, have a poke around. Get some pre-orders in for the range. Because their brand new range of clothing should be dropping soon. And that's inspired by riding exactly like this, proper old school, get out and explore, gravel, mountain bike, whatever, just really versatile, affordable, high quality clothing, but with some real thought, passion and a lot of experience going into it. You know, I've had a bit of a say, but the guys, the clothing designers and everyone, very, very experienced. Oh, hello, this is getting chunky. Yeah, are we sending that? Yeah. Oh, yeah, bang, 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 bang. Woo. Yeah, well, this is worth knowing about if you're coming into it a bit hot. I'm going to take some speed out of this, just in case. Because again, you don't know what's around the corner. We've already seen a couple of burnt out cars, or it might just be a bunch of Duke of Edinburgh students. Either way, you don't want to hit this stuff blind. Well, no, you don't. You say, I don't want to hit it blind. No one should hit this blind. Ride responsibly, people, and then we can all have a good time. Yeah, unexpected up to 11 on that one. Nice one. Cheers, mate.
Okay.
You never know what's around the corner in the Peak District. So run your tyre pressure a bit higher than normal if you're not used to this level of rocks. And be prepared for things to get spicy. See exactly what I mean. Slow down, big flight. Thanks very much. There's a couple more behind me. Thank you. And then when it's clear, we'll let it go. Bit more rock crawler climbing. I think there's one of these sections on every piece of climb, just to get the vinegar strokes in, and then another descent, of course. Yeah, yes, Graham, yes, just keep powering, keep powering, keep powering. Yes, Graham.
Beautiful.
Yes, mate. Yes, 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 yes. Eyes on the prize. Get up it, get up there. Rad line at the finish as well. Woohoo! And that's what riding in the peak does for you. Alright, guess what? More rocks. GPS, feeling triumphant. Round the back of Mount Famine now. And they're going to drop into Caldwell Clough. There is another finish we were thinking of doing, but Caldwell Clough's an easy navigation. And it means we're pretty much done climbing for the day. And Ryan's feeling a bit tender after taking that digger on the right. So what I might do is put the GPX for the longer route in the Polaris route guide, and then film Caldwell. That kind of makes sense. It does to me anyway. Oh, it's yattering on. Almost paused the camera there. I was like, it's kind of just yet more awesome descending, but why would you not want to shoot yet more awesome descending? Because if you're in two minds about doing this route, I mean, surely you want to do this route now. Have you been watching how good these trails are? And let's give you a bit more awesomeness to enjoy. Ooh. Cheeky bottom out there, I think. Something went spadang. Might have just been the fender, to be fair. Box 36 SLs getting a workout. Still not totally sure about them, to be honest. Still a bit clattery compared to something like a pipe. And another gate. It is quite gatey, this route. Yeah, so if you are coming this way, just look out for a little jink off to the side through a little narrow gate, up the footpath and the bridle road. A nice old traditional metal sign pointing you in the right direction. Oh, the GPS doesn't like it though. And now we're on the last long drop into Caldwell Clough. So if you look over there to the right, you can see the kind of ridge line that we went across first. Again, just a bit loose, this. Go steady in these ruts. Add some still water bars, and then you're into the rocky section. You know, don't make yourself a mess for mountain rescue in the final furlong. Nearly lost the front end on that turn back there. Oh, and water bars. There's water bars too. Yeah, and people walking up too. So yeah, you know, be responsible with your speed. Thanks very much. Thank you. And if they do get away like that, be thankful and polite. Yeah, sorry Graham, we're just up there. Last little bit though, last little bit on this route. There's actually less climbing on this route we're taking for the video rather than the one you'll get on the GPX. But it'll be obvious. I'll put it in the route description. There you go, there's a good reason to go and read the route description on the Polaris website, which you should do anyway. And now, this is where you would have come in on the other route anyway. But, so, it shares the same downhill finish. Just depends if you want a bit more of a climb at the end, or you're happy just dropping straight into Hayfield like we are. Whee! So, thanks for watching. Make sure you keep checking back on the Polaris website for news of the new range as samples become production items, and we actually have some stuff for you to buy. Get on there for all the vlogs and industry interviews. Probably had some great chats with people on there. Si from Kotick, Amelia and David from Bike Doctor in Leeds. Really interesting pictures on there from our designers about the whole process of designing the new range. Yeah, just a bunch of good content on there really. Like a magazine about mountain biking and interesting industry stuff that you don't have to pay for. And obviously, make sure you tune in next month for another route. Or if this is the first Polaris route you've done, then get on there and go and check out the others. Guess we'll be spreading the net wider now. Obviously done some in the Dales. Cheers Ryan! And in Yorkshire. Done some in the Dales, done some in the Peak. Done one on the North York Moors. Back in the Peak again, because obviously, you know, Polaris is Peak District based. So yeah, catch up on all of that. And then get busy in the comments and tell us what you'd like to see next. Whether that's blog stuff, interview stuff, or new routes. Or just feedback on old Polaris kit you've had, or kit you've got from other brands that you particularly enjoy using. Basically, your feedback, your comments, makes this channel stronger, and it'll make Polaris stronger as well. So, thanks for any time and thoughts you can share with us. But for now, thanks for coming with me, Ryan and Graham, on the Polaris Jacob's Cracker. I think you'll agree. It's a superb route that really does show the best of the Peak District in terms of rad and rocky riding. Oh, and if you're wondering what happened to Neil, he's all right. He just felt a bit unwell after the first climb, so he had to get home for the kids. So he split early. But thanks for turning out for the start, Neil.